Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am Sebastian Sjöberg, this is GGvision, and today we're going to talk about Zerg Ingenuity. First of all, let me just say that a little bit later in the week we will have a guest here on the show, talking to us straight from South Korea with a very lovely Germanic accent. Sure you'll like that, so do stay tuned. Zerg. Definitely the most conceptually abstract race in StarCraft, currently the most underplayed race online according to the statistics. Why is that? So, today I'm gonna try to throw out some ideas about how to play Zerg differently and better, what elements of the Zerg arsenal can we use more and use in different ways in order to achieve an advantage, and how can that be countered in turn. The discussion is just as important as the clips I'll show you here, so do think hard and let's try to come up with something new. The principle I'm basing this on is that the best Zerg player is the macro Zerg, where a player aims to put him or herself into the late game with a blooming economy, able to respond to whatever the opponent is doing by quickly changing tech, swarming with units that are the most applicable for the situation, full use of the Zerg race production capacity, as illustrated here by HDStarcraft's famous Punching Baby broadcast.
And the reason I'm getting these +1, the +1 is because he's sentry heavy. Sentries do fast, small damage, and also their Guardian Shield kind of negates the effectiveness of the upgrade from the attack because the bounces are reduced by 2 as well. So yeah, that's why I chose armor. Microing this muted back, nice little play right there, killing lots of drones, and I'm not sure why I ran there. I probably should have killed this other cannon and done a lot more damage to his probe line. Now, mutilating is extremely if we look at the army tab, it is now 185 to 100. Dear God, this is the power of the early saturation from the Zerg. Jesus, running off 3 base, fully saturated at my high yield, well, almost. Getting a 4th base, and the Hive Tech cannot come too soon. There's the Hive Tech. And this is why, as a toss player, you don't just want to sit back. You have to apply pressure on the Zerg. He's just going to be trying for like some kind of crazy maxed out, I'm going to attack you now sort of build. Oh, he's making tons of hallucinations. That's cool. I don't think I even noticed that. Oh, I like that. I love that. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I'm like, oh, here he's coming. He's coming for a pincer attack. Oh no. Twice as many units as I thought. Oh, I killed like a stalker or a sentry. Look at this. These guys are decoying, letting me wait until my broodlords are done. I have 1 broodlord. Look at the unit tab right now. 3 broodlords, 31 hydra, 66 lings against just a very meager gateway army. And he's just pushing in. He doesn't know what he's getting into. All these stalkers dying so fast. He hallucinates these stalkers. But just watch the madness of this storm. Look at this storm. Oh my God, I didn't micro it at all. 5 broodlords. So many hydras dead. Down to 129. I had him outmatched by like 80 food, and he brought me down to 129. Luckily, I just out-macroed him so hard, my lack of micro there didn't matter at all. 5 broodlords production tab. 13 corruptors. Oh my God, I didn't know I made that many corruptors. That is just insane. There is a baby crying and I want to go punch it in the face.
Ah yes, the glory of the swarm. But how do we get there? Now there are very many conventional ways, but I'd like to throw out some ideas about the less ordinary ones and showcase how they can work in applicable situations. Starting first with an old school way of getting behind your opponent and causing a lot of damage. Here's what Artosis has to say.
Sure enough, there is a drop getting ready to happen right here. Several overlords loaded up, all with roaches it looks like, except for the front 2, which are going to take a majority of the damage from the cannon. Roaches are going down. They're going to start DPSing down the cannon. I don't think that's going to live very long. Of course, In Control realized what's going on, so he was able to pull his probes, drop them off as natural, and bring his forces up here. You can see he's continuing to warp in more. However, one thing I'm not too sure about is why Jim Diddy decided not to focus down the Nexus first.
Nothing like a good Doom drop. But nowadays, in StarCraft 2, Zerg has something way cooler at their disposal, and that is the Nidus Worm. It is a weapon that is currently very much underused, but it is incredibly versatile. Not only does it look immensely cool and frightens the crap out of the opponent, but it actually spreads creep around itself, which we will see being utilized in a little moment. And it's also a transportation tool that requires no supply. It will enable, for example, Zerg players to lay siege on cliffs the way only really Terrans previously have been able to do, for example. We will see many different examples of Nidus Worm use here, all taken from recent games, some more extreme than others, but definitely also showing that they can have a real, sincere tactical use in high-level games. Let's hit it.
But you guys might have seen it. I am now going for the Nidus Worm and the Hydralisk Den. I'm going to be dropping this Nidus right here. I do know that he's expanding, and I'm just going to harass him all to hell. Pick up the Cybernetics Core, the Gateway, maybe be able to reach the Nexus. Hard to say, but there goes that Nidus Worm. Out goes the Nidus Worm. 2 drones, first of all. Hydras aren't yet in. And the Spine Crawlers actually have 7 range, so position a Spine right here. I'm not sure if it'll be able to attack the Nexus, but I know it'll be able to get all this junk.
As you guys can see now, I have decided to go ahead and get a Nidus network instead of attacking the front door. Even though I'm going to poke away all these buildings, I'm going to try to hit Dopa where it hurts, right through the back door, where he least expected. And as you guys can see, Dopa here was expecting a frontal attack with all of my Zerglings because I was about to break through this pylon wall. So he was getting cannons up, he was getting more buildings, trying to pump out more units. But little did he realize that the Nidus network was on the way. It was about to...
And got a Nidus Worm. There you go. A Nidus Worm going up. Nice little move right there. And what's he got in this Nidus Worm? Nothing yet? Okay. But this, oh, it looks like he definitely wants to kill this Nidus Worm, but nope, here we go. Ultra's popping out, Zergling's popping out, and he's going to just take out everything over here. Top wants to kill this Nidus Worm. Don't think he's going to be able to, but nice spiker there on the Hellions, making them all live. Looks like Idra wants to make some bruise. Oh, I'm sorry. In the meantime, we have Ultras over here. He just ran them through. Yet another Nidus Worm over here, as you see. And taking out this third base at top. The siege tank's coming back, and even if they clean up these Ultras, he's going to lose too many units here. He's not mining enough at this point. Just mining from the gold right now. That's the bad thing about a Planetary Fortress. You cannot lift it up. If Zerg kills it, it is gone. And Ultras can do that quite quickly. So it looks like he can kill the rest of these. But with more Broodlords and more Ultras on the way, no doubt. Oh no, never mind. 31 Corruptors on the way. What? That is totally insane. Getting corrupted all over the place, and Ultras coming in as well. Gonna plow through the rest of these units, and we're gonna see a GG. Idra takes out OGS top. Nice little game there. Thanks a lot to Idra for the replay, and thank you for watching.
Nice. However, the point is not just that using Nidus Worms make you cool. What I'm trying to showcase here is that what Zerg players want to do is to put themselves into that late game situation when the macro kicks in and Zerg through their larva can just swarm the opponent. So how do we get there? We need to, for example, hold the opponent back, harass them, like with Mutas, the way HDStarcraft did, or use other ways to make sure the opponent does not out-macro us or lay siege upon us as Zerg players. The Terran is of course a siege machine. In order to break that, we have to get behind enemy lines in various ways. Idra used it in a very offensive tactical way, and it is very difficult to lay siege on a Terran base with Thors and Planetary Fortress and everything. Maybe the best way is to get around that completely, and Zerg players now have an incredibly ingenious way of doing that. Everything is still evolving in StarCraft 2. We have seen nothing yet. That is the only thing that is for certain. Now, Zerg is being a bit underplayed right now. I think it's personally the most enjoyable race to play. How can we evolve Zerg? What current problems do Zerg face? They have issues with anti-air, for example. How do we change that? The debate starts here. This is all we got time for in this broadcast. Next time we'll be talking Protoss. And I need your help. I'm looking for VODs that showcase interesting Protoss play, strategies that upset the standard, but does so in a profound way that is not gimmicky or would not work in a qualified context. I'm looking for those gems that we can develop into sincere, profound strategies. If you got tips, do send me a YouTube PM. And keep those comments, video responses and feedback going. That's what I thrive on. I'd also like to mention that right after this video there will be a very short segment posted as a video question to the online tech show Techzilla, where I have a problem that I need solving in order to make the show so much better. It's pretty much self-explanatory, and I know that you're all very clever, bright nerds, so if you got a solution, do post a comment. It will make the show so much better. Thank you all for watching. There will be an interview that you will enjoy coming out very soon. I'll see you then. GG and out.
Play going off on these Mulisks, though. One plague going off on and another Defiant, not a huge plague. This plague was really successful from Satanic here, Unsatanic's forces rather, and Shalzi could go on an attack here and pick off all these Mulisks and all these Devourers. They all have no hit points, and the Defiler is moving up with a Darkstorm to protect itself. Meanwhile, Mulisks are coming in here. They're killing off Hydras in one attack here, and Shalzi has decided to pursue. We'll see what he can do here. These Mulisks are just killing off all of Shalzi's Mulisk and Devourers. Absolutely amazing. The splash damage. I'm speechless here. That was amazing. 36 Mulisks at least and 12 Devourers and maybe 20 Hydras killed by just a smaller force of Mulisks.